Samurai V quotes on life and death, greatest warrior quotes ever in the world of the samurai. Life and death were not enemies, they were twin blades of the same sword. The ancient warriors of Japan did not see death as an end, but as a companion that walked beside them, whispering the truth of impermanence and the need for absolute presence. This is Samurai V, quotes on life and death, greatest warrior quotes ever. A journey into the soul of the warrior spirit. These quotes are not simply phrases etched in a history, they are living flames passed down through generations, guiding those who dare to live with purpose, power, and clarity. Miyamoto Musashi, perhaps the most legendary of all samurai, once said, "The way of a warrior is resolute acceptance of death." This wasn't fatalism. It was the ultimate form of freedom. To accept death is to strip away all fear, to unshackle yourself from hesitation, and to act with unwavering intention. The samurai trained their minds and bodies not just to defeat enemies, but to conquer themselves. As another teaching goes, one must make the warrior walk his everyday walk. That means to be vigilant and disciplined, not only in battle, but in the smallest details of daily life. In Hagakure, it is written, "If one becomes familiar with death from an early age, one will find the meaning of life." This is a truth many avoid, but the samurai looked it straight in the eye. They believed a life lived without honor, purpose, and courage was a living death. One quote echoes this. To die without purpose is the same as never having lived. That's why they cultivated mastery not just of the sword, but of thought, of loyalty, of silence. Every breath was a preparation for the final one, and every action was weighed with the gravity of legacy. The samurai code, or Bushido, taught that true strength is not in brute force, but in composure. The warrior does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, but flowing. Not dreaming, yet awake. This was the mindset that allowed them to stay calm, even when death stared them in the face. It is said that even in the face of death, the warrior smiles. Why? Because he knows he has lived rightly. Because he knows that honor does not end when the heart stops, it echoes for eternity. Another quote says, "Living each day as if already dead, one will attain freedom." This powerful mindset wasn't about despair, it was about liberation. Without fear of loss, there is nothing to hold you back. Without attachment to outcomes, your actions become pure. The samurai understood that a man who clings to life at all costs will never truly live. But the one who sees death as inevitable, who accepts it and then walks forward anyway, that man becomes unbreakable. These warrior quotes remind us that we were not meant for comfort, but for greatness. A warrior is worthless unless he rises above others and stands strong in the midst of storm. Strength is not given, it is forged in fire, in solitude, in pain, in discipline. These are not just historical words, they are keys to a deeper life. They challenge us to look inward, to ask, am I living with honor? Do I face each day with courage? Would I die satisfied with how I lived? To the samurai, death was not a tragedy, it was the mirror that revealed how truly one had lived. And in that mirror, we must all one day look. So take these ancient warrior quotes and burn them into your mind. Let them fuel your training, your focus, your courage, and your presence. Because the greatest warriors were not the ones who lived the longest, they were the ones who lived each moment like it was their last, and died with their spirit undefeated. That is the way of a samurai. And now, it can be your way too.